The Rainwoman. The Rainwoman is a painting by Ukrainian artist Svetlana Telets. She claimed she finished the piece in just 5 hours. But what made it truly eerie was what happened during the process. Telets said it felt like something was possessing her, guiding her hand as she painted, as if she wasn't the one creating the artwork, but some other force was leading her. The painting shows a mysterious woman standing alone, surrounded by a dark, rain-soaked atmosphere. Many people say her eyes follow you no matter where you move, and that's what makes her feel alive. Quite a few buyers have also reported strange things happening after taking the painting home, from lights flickering on their own to the sound of footsteps late at night. Because of that, even though the painting has been bought several times, almost every owner ended up returning it to the artist. What's certain is that the Rainwoman has earned a place among the world's most infamous cursed paintings. The Anguished Man. The Anguished Man is known as one of the most terrifying paintings ever created. The man's face looks tortured, his mouth frozen in a scream, and his skin appears as if it's being burned alive. Its chilling story begins with the grandmother of an Englishman named Sean Robinson. She owned the painting and constantly warned the family that the artist had mixed his own blood into the oil paint, even human ashes. Not long after finishing it, the painter reportedly took his own life. His identity remains a mystery to this day. After Sean's grandmother passed away, the painting was handed down to him, and that's when strange things started happening. The sound of crying coming from the painting, doors slamming on their own, and his wife claiming she saw a man sitting in their house late at night. Even the family dog refused to enter the room where the painting was kept. Out of fear, Sean eventually hid the painting in the attic for years. Despite receiving offers for large amounts of money, Sean has always refused to sell it, choosing instead to keep it out of anyone else's hands. Man Proposes God Disposes is a painting created by British artist Sir Edwin Landseer in 1864. From a distance, it looks like nothing more than two polar bears, but when you look closer, you realize they're tearing apart the remains of the lost Franklin expedition in the Arctic. Landseer was indeed inspired by the real-life Franklin expedition of 1845, a mission to find a sea route through the Arctic that ended in tragedy when the entire crew vanished without a trace. But what truly made the painting famous isn't the history. It's the horror stories surrounding it. The painting hangs at Royal Holloway, University of London, and for decades it has been believed to be cursed. Many students have reported feeling watched while sitting in the room, as if the bear's eyes follow their every movement. There are even stories of students suffering sudden mental breakdowns during exams held in that same room. Because of that, the university has a long-standing tradition. Whenever exams take place, the painting is covered with a British flag, so it won't disturb the test takers. Whether the painting is genuinely haunted or just fueled by suggestion, no one really knows. What's certain is that, to this day, it remains one of the most unsettling artworks ever displayed. The Hands Resist Him. The Hands Resist Him is one of the scariest paintings ever sold on the internet. Created by Bill Stoneham in 1972, it shows a young boy standing stiffly in front of a glass door, and beside him is a small girl who looks like a living doll. But the most disturbing part is behind them. Through the dark glass, you can see dozens of hands pressed against it, as if they're trying to break through from another world. According to Stoneham, the boy was based on a photo of himself at 5 years old. From the moment it was first exhibited, people claimed they had nightmares after looking at it. Even a curator and an art critic involved in the exhibition died suddenly not long afterward. When the painting was later sold on eBay, the owner reported strange activity. The boy and the doll seemed to move. Extra shadows appeared in photos, and knocking sounds came from the painting every single night. Some people believe those hands belong to spirits trying to enter the real world, while the boy and the doll stand like gatekeepers, holding them back or waiting for something. To this day, The Hands Resist Him is considered one of the most haunted paintings on Earth, and the mystery behind their empty stares has never been answered. The Crying Boy. The Crying Boy is one of the most famous cursed paintings in the world. At first glance, it looks simple, a young boy with glassy eyes, as if he's holding back tears. But ever since it first appeared, the painting has been surrounded by strange stories. In the 1980s, multiple house fire reports across England all shared one eerie detail. The Crying Boy painting always survived the flames, even when the entire room was reduced to ash. Some firefighters even swore that the frame and the glass would be scorched or shattered, yet the paper itself didn't burn at all. After that, thousands of people chose to throw the painting away, fearing it brought bad luck or attracted dark energy into their homes. There were even rumors that the boy in the painting was a victim of a tragedy and that his spirit was trapped inside the artwork. Legend or not, The Crying Boy is still seen today as a painting you should never keep at home because there are just too many unsettling stories tied to its presence. The Dead Mother. The Dead Mother is a painting by Norwegian artist Edvard Munch. At first glance, we see a small child covering her ears, while behind her lies the stiff, lifeless body of a woman on a bed. The painting was born from Munch's own grief-filled childhood. His mother died of tuberculosis when he was still young, and his father, a strict religious man, often frightened him with stories of hell and God's wrath. Those traumas eventually spilled onto the canvas, creating a scene that feels cold, dark, and deeply unsettling. What made this painting famous were the stories from its owners and gallery staff. Many claimed they heard a faint rustling of fabric coming from the artwork, as if someone were taking their final breath. Some museum visitors even reported feeling tightness in their chest while looking at it, as if they were sharing the child's trauma in the moment she lost her mother. Because its atmosphere feels so emotional and disturbing, several galleries have refused to display it for long periods of time. What's clear is that The Dead Mother isn't just a painting about death. It's one of those rare works that can make people uncomfortable all the way down to their bones. The Portrait of Bernardo de Galves. Inside the Galves Hotel in Texas, there's a painting known as The Portrait of Bernardo de Galves. On the surface, it's just a portrait of a Spanish general in full formal attire, standing tall with a serious expression. But for some reason, this portrait, displayed at the end of one of the hotel's hallways, has become famous as a haunted painting. Many guests claim they feel watched every time they walk past it. They say his eyes follow anyone who steps into the hallway. Some people even report seeing Galves's reflection in the hallway mirrors, even though no one else was around. And what makes it even creepier is the photos. Many who try to photograph the painting end up with blurry images, strange streaks of light, or their cameras glitching out. Some say that if you want a clear photo, you have to politely ask Galves for permission. If you don't, you're almost guaranteed to get a distorted shot or experience something weird. To this day, the painting still hangs in the Galves Hotel, and many visitors come specifically to experience its mystery for themselves. Is Bernardo de Galves still watching over the hotel? Or is it all just illusion, amplified by the atmosphere of an old historic building? No one truly knows, but plenty of people prefer not to stare at the portrait for too long.